So corals have a warning. They have red rings to warn you they're deadly. Corals have the rings. Now, this is a trick. It's not a coral snake. It's just a harmless milk snake. Milk snakes look like the coral snakes so the animals won't eat them. They've got the red rings. So here's how you tell the difference. There's a poem that says, if red touches yellow, you're a dead fellow. And if red touches black, you're okay, Jack. What does the red touch? Red touches the black. So you're okay, Jack. It's a milk snake. If the red touches the yellow, you're a dead fellow. Put it down if the red touches the yellow. And if you go outside of the United States, forget the poem. It only works in the United States. There's a coral snake in South America where the red touches the black, so oh well. And do milk snakes drink milk? No. You know what happened? A farmer tried to milk his cow. His cow didn't have any milk, and they saw one of those snakes in the barn, and snakes get blamed for everything, but they don't do that. You know why the snake was in the barn? Rats and mice. Yes, snakes eat rodents, and kids tell them what rats and mice eat. Seeds or grain like wheat and corn. Snakes have been saving us from starvation for thousands of years. If you take 2 rats, a boy and a girl, put them in a place where there's no animals to eat them, and the end of 1 year, there could be 2,000 rats in that place just from 2. We really need snakes. Now, number 3 venomous snake in America is the water moccasin. If you're in a swamp where alligators live, Texas to Florida, is also called the cottonmouth. The snake has 2 names, cottonmouth or moccasin. She's got the triangle head. She's a viper. And look, there's an easy way to identify them. Notice how thick her body is. They hold air in their body to float like a balloon on the water. They're very thick. And they like to eat baby alligators, but big alligators eat them, so it kind of evens out. That's nature. Oh, if you see a snake in the water down south, relax. It's probably just a harmless water snake. Water snakes won't hurt you. They're not poisonous. People get all scared for nothing. She's one of the friendliest snakes I've ever had, but I have a boy moccasin at my zoo at Monroe, and he bites his own tail. He's a psycho. We call him Frankie Frankie. Crazy. She's wonderful. Love this thing here. Now, the last poisonous snake in America is, of course, the snattlerake. Rattlesnakes. Remember this sound? We're going to shed his skin. He's going to shake his tail because he's scared. He thinks we're going to step on him and hurt him. We are a giant to him, and if we step on him, it'll kill him. So he's going to tell us where he is. Remember this sound. And some insects, some bugs sound like this. You got to know the difference. Remember this sound. It's a diamondback. Whoa. Now, check him out. He's still growing. Diamondbacks can be over 8 feet. They are the largest. I have one of these at my zoo that is well over 20 pounds. got the triangle head. He's there we go. Oh, why is he red? He comes from a mountain where the rocks were. His parents came from a mountain where the rocks were red. Rattlesnakes come in different colors. That's because a lot of animals eat them. So they need to be camouflaged to survive. It's called natural selection. Oh, and can I ask a favor? If you see a rattlesnake, don't kill them. Rattlesnakes are one of the best rodent killers on earth. And guess what? They don't chase people. They're not going to come after you. They only strike half their body length. A 4-foot rattlesnake will only bite you 2 feet away, so just walk around them and you're in no danger. You know, only 3 people out of 100 who are bitten will die. And it's the big rattlesnakes that are more dangerous. They have more venom. Rattlesnakes in eastern Washington are small. We have one small species there, the northern Pacific rattler. Nobody's died in Washington in decades. It's been a lot of years, so you don't need to kill them.
Everyone died in Oregon.
You know what else snakes do? They save us from deadly diseases. If you find rodent droppings around your house, especially deer mouse droppings, if you have to sweep them up, try not to breathe in the dust. There's a very serious virus called the hantavirus. It's in the feces of wild rodents. And the recent medical studies I've seen on hantavirus are pretty scary. And I hear about people dying from hantavirus here in Washington on the news from time to time. I would rather have snakes on my property than rodents any day. Give me the snakes. Now let's talk about the world's deadliest snakes. Let's start with number 2. This snake is from Africa. It huffs and it puffs. If you hear this sound in Africa someday, look down. This snake is hard to see on the ground. You step on him, you're going to be dead in 15 minutes. This snake has 2-inch fangs, the biggest teeth of any snake. Their venom destroys your heart and other organs. Not a fun way to go. This is the deadly gaboon viper. See if you can hear the gaboon. Here we go. Listen to this sound. Here we go. See if you can hear it.
Uy.
No, he's in a good mood. It's usually much louder. I'll just pick him up. Gaboon. Now look at the shapes on his back. These patterns, the shapes trick your eyes. It's an optical illusion. When they hide on the ground in the leaves, they disappear. In fact, look at the head. His head looks just like a leaf. There's a line down the middle of his head, camouflaged. Oh, he's just a little gaboon. These guys can be 7 feet, and they'll eat porcupines. To swallow a porcupine with all the quills. You just have to swallow a porcupine head first. That way the quills point towards the tail, and you can't throw them up as commitments. You know, he's a very friendly snake. But I wouldn't keep him if he still had his venom. It's because of something called a feeding response. You see, when you open a snake's cage, they think it's feeding time, but they can't see very well. They're nearsighted. And when you reach your hand into the cage, they see something moving and you die. They think it's a rat and you're dead.
It's very nice for the little kids.